Falling for you was never something I planned, never something I could predict. It crept up on me softly, like the first rays of sunlight gently caressing the horizon before the world wakes up. The way you entered my life was like a melody that began quietly, almost unnoticed, until it reached a crescendo, filling my heart with a symphony of emotions I hadn't known existed. From the first moment I saw you, there was an undeniable pull. It wasn't love at first sight, but something deeper, something more profound. It was as if the universe had conspired to bring me to this point, where I would meet you and discover a love that would transform my soul in ways I never thought possible. At first, I tried to resist it. I told myself that I didn't need anyone else, that I was enough on my own. But with every conversation, every shared laugh, every stolen glance, I found myself falling more and more into you, into us. As I got to know you, the layers of your personality began to unfold before me, revealing a complexity that both fascinated and enchanted me. You weren't just beautiful on the outside, but you carried a kind of beauty within you that radiated through every gesture, every word, every moment we shared. There were times when I couldn't help but marvel at how effortlessly you moved through the world, as if everything you touched turned into something precious. But it wasn't just your outer beauty that captivated me, it was your heart. You had a way of making people feel seen, heard, and valued, and I was no exception. With you, I felt like I mattered, like the smallest things I said or did were important. And in that space, in the warmth of your presence, I found myself slowly, yet steadily, giving you more of my heart. Not out of obligation, but because I genuinely wanted to. The more time we spent together, the more I discovered about you. And with each discovery, I felt my heart stretch further, widening in ways I didn't know were possible. There was an easiness in being with you, a comfort that didn't need to be forced. It was as if I had known you in another life, as if our souls had danced together long before our bodies ever met. Every conversation felt meaningful. Every silence shared felt like a song playing softly between us. I began to understand that falling for you wasn't just about the big, grand gestures, but about the quiet moments. The way your eyes lit up when you spoke about something you loved. The way you listened to me with a patience that made me feel like I had all the time in the world. With you, I didn't have to be anyone other than myself, and in that, I found the freedom to love you in a way that was real, pure, and unfiltered. The more I fell for you, the more I realized how deeply you had become embedded in my life. It wasn't just your presence that I craved. It was the way you made me see the world differently. Your optimism became mine, and your dreams became the ones I longed to see come true. I found myself thinking about you when I woke up in the morning and just before I drifted off to sleep at night. You were in my thoughts, in my heart, and in my dreams. I realized then that love isn't just about passion and excitement. It's about the quiet, steady moments of connection that grow over time. It's about finding someone who challenges you to be better, someone who supports you even when you're at your lowest. Falling for you was like finding a piece of myself that I didn't even know was missing. It was like the missing puzzle piece had finally found its place, and with it, the picture of my life became complete. But love isn't without its challenges. And as our connection deepened, I began to understand that falling for you didn't mean everything would always be easy. There were moments of doubt, moments of fear, moments when I questioned if I was enough for you, or if I was worthy of the love you so freely gave. But then, in the quiet of our shared moments, I remembered the strength of our bond, the way you always lifted me up when I needed it most. I learned that love isn't just about the smooth, blissful moments. It's also about weathering the storms together. It's about standing by each other even when the road gets tough, knowing that the foundation you've built is strong enough to withstand whatever life throws at you. And in those moments of vulnerability, I found that my love for you only grew stronger. It became more resilient, more unshakable, because it was rooted in trust, respect, and a deep understanding of each other's flaws and imperfections.